Welcome, dear friends and scholars of the ancients. The Egyptian Book of the Dead is one of the most significant and well-known ancient Egyptian religious texts. It is a collection of spells, hymns, and rituals aimed at guiding the deceased through the afterlife and ensuring their journey to the realm of the gods. Composed over a period of nearly 1,000 years, from around 1550 BCE to 50 BCE, the Book of the Dead intended to assist the deceased in navigating the perilous journey through the underworld, known as the Duat, and ultimately achieving eternal life. It was typically written on papyrus scrolls and buried with the deceased, along with other funerary artifacts, to provide them with the knowledge and protection needed for the afterlife. One of the most important aspects of the Book of the Dead is the belief in the judgment of the dead, where the deceased's heart is weighed against the feather of Ma'at, the goddess of truth and justice. If the heart is found to be pure and free from sin, the deceased is deemed worthy to enter the afterlife. If not, their soul is devoured by the monstrous deity Ammit, and they are condemned to oblivion. O Osiris, judge of the dead, I come before you seeking your mercy and favor. Let my heart be found pure and true, free from the stain of sin and wrongdoing. May the scales of Ma'at balance in my favor, and may I be granted eternal life among the blessed in the field of reeds. This spell describes the judgment scene in which the heart of the deceased is weighed against the feather of Ma'at, the goddess of truth and justice. The deceased declares their innocence and purity, affirming that they have not committed any wrongdoing in life and are deserving of passage to the afterlife. Other examples in the judgment of the dead are: I stand before the judgment seat of Osiris, my heart heavy with fear and anticipation. I confess my sins and transgressions, laying bare my soul before the divine tribunal. May the gods judge me with fairness and compassion, and may I find redemption in their eyes. And I call upon the 42 judges of the underworld to hear my plea. I have lived a life of righteousness and virtue, honoring the gods and obeying their commandments. Let my heart be lighter than the feather of Ma'at, and let me be deemed worthy of the eternal reward that awaits the righteous in the realm of the blessed dead. These spells reflect the ancient Egyptians' belief in the importance of moral purity and integrity in the afterlife, as well as their hope for a favorable judgment before the gods. They expressed the desire for redemption and eternal life in the presence of the divine, emphasizing the significance of the judgment of the dead in Egyptian religious thought. The god Osiris plays a central role in the Book of the Dead as the ruler of the underworld and the judge of the dead. According to Egyptian mythology, Osiris was murdered by his brother Set, but was resurrected by his wife Isis and became the king of the afterlife. The deceased hoped to join Osiris in the field of reeds, a paradise where they could live in eternal bliss. I am Osiris, the firstborn of the gods. I have died and risen again, transformed into a divine being. I am no longer bound by the limitations of mortal flesh, but have ascended to the realm of the gods, where I shall dwell for eternity. This spell embodies the ancient belief in the resurrection and divine transformation of Osiris and the underworld. It asserts Osiris's status as a divine being who has overcome death, shedding mortal limitations to ascend to the realm of the gods, where he will reside eternally. I have passed through the gates of the underworld, and I am greeted by the guardians of the Duat. They guide me on my journey, protecting me from harm and leading me to the judgment hall of Osiris. I am reborn, renewed, and filled with the divine essence of eternal life. And I call upon the divine falcon to carry me on its wings, soaring above the dangers of the Duat. May its strength and swiftness protect me from all harm, guiding me safely to the eternal paradise of the blessed dead. Both of these spells reflect the ancient Egyptians' belief in Osiris as the ruler of the afterlife and the judge of the dead. They express the deceased's hope for a favorable judgment and the opportunity to attain eternal life in the presence of Osiris and the other gods of the Egyptian pantheon. The Book of the Dead contains numerous rituals and offerings intended to provide the deceased with food, water, and protection in the afterlife. These include spells to ensure a safe journey through the underworld, as well as instructions for the proper performance of funerary rites and ceremonies. I make offerings to the gods of the underworld, presenting them with food, drink, and incense. May they be pleased with my offerings and grant me their protection and favor as I journey through the afterlife. I offer bread, beer, and meat to the gods of the Duat, that they may nourish my car spirit and sustain me on my journey to the realm of the blessed dead. May my offerings be accepted, and may I be granted eternal peace and prosperity in the afterlife. I perform the rituals of purification, cleansing myself of impurity and sin. I present offerings of water and natron to the gods, that they may purify my soul and prepare me for the judgment of Osiris. I make offerings to the 42 judges of the underworld, presenting them with my heart as a token of my sincerity and devotion. May they find me worthy and grant me passage to the field of reeds, where I may dwell in eternal bliss. These spells demonstrate the importance of rituals and offerings in Egyptian funerary practices, as they were believed to provide sustenance and protection to the deceased in the afterlife. By performing these rituals and presenting offerings to the gods and divine beings, the deceased sought to ensure their well-being and ensure a favorable outcome in the judgment of the dead. So, as you see, the Egyptian Book of the Dead stands as a testament to the ancient Egyptians' profound fascination with death and the afterlife. Through its spells, hymns, and rituals, it offered the deceased hope for eternal life and provided them with the knowledge and protection necessary to navigate the dangers of the underworld. Despite the passage of millennia, its legacy continues to endure, offering valuable insights into the religious beliefs and practices of one of the world's oldest civilizations. Farewell, go in peace.